Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. Today is Sunday, August 8th, 2021. The universe had other plans, as we were not planning to start on Sundays until next week. But my computer required repairs that actually took all day yesterday and into the evening. So I'm grateful that I have the wisdom to repair it on my own and the courage to do so. So this is the first Sunday of August, actually the second Sunday of August. And we are continuing our theme, which is timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision. And the topic for this month is a pause for guidance. And today's topic is a playful pause. And I think the universe gave me a playful pause yesterday so that we can start here today fresh and new. So each week we start with a spiritual practice called affirmative prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. And this is a powerful tool and a practical tool that shifts our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. So let's start today's service with intention, as we do each week, with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. And today I'll be reading from August 4th, 2014. Spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own if you so choose. I am willing to receive. There is one life. That life is God. That life is my life now. There is one mind, and I speak these words to know the truth about my world of affairs. I deny that feelings of depression, helplessness, and futility are essential in expressing divine power. I affirm that I am now filled with joy, glee, and merriment to express divine power over my feelings, images, and thoughts. I have dominion over my world of affairs and assert my ability to move beyond any experience to the next adventure of my soul. I am useful and effective. I am significant in this world in expressing divine joy and divine power. I value my life. I assess it as worthy to receive divine joy. I am important to this world, and I move in my resolve to participate in my life fully, taking responsibility for what I feel, what I imagine, and what I say. I am successful in all my undertakings, so I continue to unfold the splendor of life. Everything I do is profitable in my world and the world around me. Nothing but good can come to me, and I'm ready to receive it. All experiences are tools for me to express my life, to receive divine power. I am gentle with myself as I express my feelings, images, and thoughts as divine power flowing through me. I give thanks and release, and so it is. And that had been submitted by Reverend Dr. Alma Marie Stevens from Hollywood, Florida. So as we do also each week, let's together review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. Okay, we seem to be having a slight challenge with our PowerPoint presentation today. So our grand purpose is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. And this purpose is supported by our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the world and the life that we desire that works for us right now. And we do this by means of our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And at this time, I'd like to truly welcome everyone again, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta. Whether you're here live on the Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time, please know that everyone is welcome here, and we value each and every one of you. We teach a philosophy called the Science of Mind. It's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, and we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. We've experienced one of these spiritual tools already this morning with our opening treatment. And again, we honor diversity in all aspects. When asked to provide a concise definition of the Science of Mind teaching, Ernest Holmes replied that it is a correlation of the laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. And each week we offer a service with inspirational message. In the past, we've been doing this at a downtown Puerto Vallarta restaurant. But since we are still experiencing the protocols in place required for this pandemic and needing to wear a mask outside our homes at all times, I will continue to do these each week via Zoom. Mi casa es su casa. But we look forward to once again meeting in person and having the discussion afterward and enjoying some homestyle Mexican cooking together. And hopefully that will be sometime soon. I'm thinking perhaps in September towards the latter end of the month. For now, we will continue meeting Sunday mornings via Zoom, and we'll continue on Sundays when we meet again in person. Updated information will be on our website and Facebook page, confirming when and where we will be meeting in person. So if you have any questions or comments, you can either post them here, wherever it is you are watching, or send me a direct email, and I'll be sure to respond. Our evolutionary vision for this week from the Centers for Spiritual Living Global Vision is this. We envision a world which has renewed its emphasis on beauty, nature, and love through the resurgence of creativity, art, and aesthetics. And our timeless wisdoms from our Science of Mind principles, core concepts, and values for this week are spiritual beings. The one infinite reality is both transcendent and immanent. Individual human beings are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe and having a human experience. This is our true nature. Freedom. Freedom is the birthright of every individual. We are free to choose and create our experience of life. Every pull of our soul is God seeking to express itself more fully through us. It is our job to live our lives to the fullest, expressing spirit in everything that we do. And our values for this week are creativity, flow, fun, joy, and rest. So the month of August invites us to pause for guidance, rest, rejuvenation, and to prepare for the next leg of our journey. We welcome joy, innovation, authenticity, vulnerability, and the opportunity to evolve our thinking. It is time for a personal tune-up to ensure we are aligned with our life values so we may continue on our path whole and with joy. We experience divine joy through both creativity and relaxation. Rediscover ways to allow spirit to flow through you and as you. In the Science Mind teaching, we teach oneness. This means that the totality of human experience is spirit. This includes and embraces the idea of play being an important and integral part of our lives. Life is meant to be good, and we are meant to be happy, joyous, and free. Pausing from our daily schedule and taking time for play is an important way to co-create a life that we love. Do you remember as a child just lying in a field of flowers or on a grassy knoll or on the beach or even just in your backyard and looking up at the sky and seeing all the clouds and trying to see an animal or some image in the clouds? That's creativity. That's play. And how many times have you taken the time to do this as an adult? And if you're like me, every time I walk past a park and I see a playground with a set of swings, I immediately want to go jump on the swing and have a little fun, to play, to bring out that inner child within me. Dr. Ernest Holmes says this in this thing called you. He said, "You exist that divine feeling, fire, imagination, and creativity may be expressed through you. The spirit comes to you with a new and fresh creativity. Be yourself and express life as you find it." So let's look at our 3 key points for today. Number 1, humans are inherently playful. Number 2, worthiness. Number 3, inspiration. So yes, humans are inherently playful. It is often most easy to see this trait in young children. The lighthearted way that children choose to interact with life is an indication of our true nature as spiritual beings having a human experience. Children do not worry about whether they are playing too much or if they should be working. Instead, they live fully in the present moment, allowing spirit to inspire them and create through them. This past week, it's been raining a lot. And yesterday, it started midday. I noticed there were some children out riding their bicycles, and they weren't rushing to get home, or at least I don't think they were. They were having fun playing in the rain on their bicycles, freely expressing, splashing one another. Here in Puerto Vallarta, where I live, it's known as a vacation resort town. And on many Facebook groups, I see posts from potential visitors requesting suggestions for fun things to do while they're here on vacation. But why do we wait until we're on vacation to be able to play and have fun? Playfulness, creativity, and joy are all God qualities, and we can freely express these qualities in our daily lives without guilt or with shame. Play researchers, and yes, there really is such a thing, have discovered that people of all ages are at their best when they have regular doses of non-competitive, joy-filled, mood-boosting, fun, and playfulness in their lives. And studies have shown that having more fun makes us happier, and less fun makes us grumpy. I'm sure you've heard the proverb, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It was one of my favorite lines in the movie, The Shining. Do you remember the children riding their bicycles up and down the hallways, having fun? Even though it was a scary movie, or meant to be, there was a lot of play in the movie. And in my personal life, I try to have as much fun as possible. Sometimes my boyfriend and I will just be talking and we'll say the same thing at the same time and end up laughing and laughing and laughing. And then say something again, being the same thing, and the laughter continues. Such a silly little thing, but it brings us joy. It brings us together to have that moment that we can share of having fun and joy together in our life. And this quote is from the Prosperous Life Journal from Edward Villoon and Chris Michaels. They say, spend time with people who make you laugh. Do things that bring you joy. Go to a funny movie or comedy club. Laughter isn't simply the best medicine. It is fuel for the soul. So laugh and play often. In June, a friend of mine moved into her new home with a private pool. And shortly after moving in, she invited a few friends over for a swim, and of course, some food and libations. We were a small group of women, all over the age of 50, and yet we played in the pool like a young group of giggling teenage girls. We let our inner child come out to play, and we had so much fun. I highly recommend allowing yourself to relax, laugh, and have fun playing, no matter what your age. Michael Bernard Beckwith in the Spiritual Liberation says this: artistic perceptivity provides individuals the capacity to see beauty, the energy of luminous perfection behind a seemingly imperfect world. It enables us to see the indescribable. As a soulful artist, our inner vision begins to penetrate the world of concrete appearances. Which brings us to our second point, worthiness. We have become so accustomed to thinking that we are only productive or worthy if we are working and accomplishing something. This is a belief that has come to our society where we are told that hard work is necessary. Work hard, get a good job, make lots of money. Have you heard that before? Yet, Science of Mind teaches us that it is far more important to remember our oneness and to stay in the flow and connection of spirit. We are human beings, not human doings. And it is important to pause each day to remember the truth of who we are. Each one of us has value and worthiness. And we are worthy of enjoying life and having fun and expressing ourselves in such a manner. American singer-songwriter Charlie Peacock said this: it's not just about creativity. It is about the person you're becoming while you're creating. which leads us to our third point. Have you ever worked really hard to finish something, but it just wasn't coming together like you expected, only to step away and be suddenly inspired? I often do this with my weekly talks. I'll start out at the beginning of the week, and then I wait to be inspired for something to add a value on the topic. When we pause from our daily activities and doing this, we are making sure to stay in the flow and synchronicity of life. Forcing work rarely works. When we're not in the mood, we're not in the mood. But going with the flow will result in increased happiness, increased productivity, inspiration, and creativity. Taking a playful pause from our responsibilities every day is necessary for our mental, physical, and spiritual health. And if any of you have animals in your home, pets, you'll understand that they often remind us, at least my cats remind me often. They'll bring me a toy to play with them, or they'll run around the house wanting me to chase them, to play, because we need that extra energy and that togetherness of all creatures. Intuitive psychologist Dr. Deborah L. Rebel empowers women to connect with their hearts, to trust their intuition, and supports them in breaking through their energetic and spiritual blocks so that they can live authentically. And she says this: being playful naturally liberates the mind, opens the heart, and lifts the spirit. Take time to play today. So where in your life have you stopped yourself from experiencing the full expression of spirit through you in play? What activity, game, creative endeavor, or hobby have you used to love, but stopped doing it because you thought it was a waste of time? Like coloring in a coloring book, perhaps, or putting together a puzzle, or even playing video games. Well, you're invited to see the joy and creativity of spirit working in and through you in everything you do, including and especially in play. Meredith Sinclair, author and contributor to the Today Show, wrote this in her book, Well Played: The Ultimate Guide to Awakening Your Family's Playful Spirit. She said, being playful is a key component in making us happier, healthier, more present and connected in all our relationships. And so I'll leave you today with our affirmation of the day. I take time today to play with and as spirit. And now it's our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, whether it's $5 or $50, or even just the cost of a cup of coffee. And donations can be made using our PayPal through our website, www.cslpv.org. When you land on the opening or landing page of our website, you'll see a donate button. When you click on that, it will take you to PayPal so that you can make your donation through whichever means you desire. And you'll also see our mailing address should you decide to send us a paper check. Please be sure to address it to CSLPV. And now, if you would like to, please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. And if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with change or whatever is going on in your life, perhaps to encourage you to have more fun, then please connect with me. If you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact us so that we can send you the current forms. There's also a direct email link on our website, or you can email me at raf.karinashear@gmail.com. So let's continue practicing peace. We each can be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions can create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and love be with you. Thank you for coming and sharing this time together. Peace and blessings to all. Namaste.